Hello. Hi. I realise I've hit the button 2 minutes early. I was just downstairs sorting some stuff out, but hi, welcome. How are we doing? We are playing another NextFest demo tonight. This is the demo of the second reality room Unspoken Truths. Described by the devs, if I just pull up the store page, as an empathy-driven psychological mystery adventure involving chuuni. You may know chuunis as being like the trope in anime where someone thinks like, you know, I have to seal my eye because there's dark power contained within, and, you know, stuff like that. Excuse me. So, we're playing this tonight. Then next week, because we've done some demos this week, we're going to rotate a couple of new games in, I think. So, we ready? Select chapter. Well, I think we're going to have to select chapter 1, because I haven't played this at all. Okay. Prologue. Fallen. I see. Chuuni, a disease in name only, long dismissed as a teenage fantasy and delusion. The pain fades, the dark auras pass, the scars don't, and everyone just grows up. Hey Ixie, how you doing? Yay, chuuni! Yippee! At least, on the surface. So we're in Ayakashi City, okay. Or should I say Ayakashi? Would it be Ayakashi City? I'm not sure if it's Ayakashi or Ayakashi, because I've heard the word Ayakashi used to describe, like, spirits, and that sort of thing. So we're in the junior high district. Okay. Oh. So this is the second reality room. Hey there, Pissman. What a name. What a phenomenal name. Welcome in. How you doing? What's a laughable name? Let's see if this place can actually handle someone like me. Dude, what the hell's been up with you lately? You keep going on about this whole fallen fate thing, heaven's punishment and all that crap. Why don't you just go to that place? What was it, that chuuni counseling room or whatever? Maybe they'd actually listen to you there. You subscribing because you can tell I'm not popular like other VTubers. I mean, I'd rather you subscribe because you're enjoying what I'm doing. I see Palestine flags in the chat. Nice. We love to see it. Yeah, you keep on posting that. I'm with you there. Yeah, that's neat. I'd rather you subscribe, Pissman, because like you enjoy my content, not just because you feel sorry for me for being small. Well, hopefully I can sort of like live up to my own reputation now. I mean, I am 1 inch tall as a sea slug. Hello there, Mohammed. 3N Mohammed. Yes, sorry, I can just about squint. British flags as well. I don't know. I mean, Britain's kind of stinky at the minute. I feel like we need to have like more tea. America needs to like make reparations for the tea they destroyed all them years back. Those bastards. How dare they? German? 1966? World Cup final? They think it's all over. It is now. All that sort of thing. Back in elementary school, you were miles ahead. Best at tests, best at sports. Man, you changed. Acting like they understand me, as if the lowly humans of this world ever could. Hang on, is this Machina X Fly-On from Holostars? Huh, okay. Sensei, look, I finally finished the plushie. I tried putting it on the sofa, but what do you think, Kogara-sensei? As always, you've done a wonderful job. Okay, so I guess this is us, huh? I don't speak Arabic, no. I'm a monolinguistic Brit. I'm about as stereotypical in how many languages I can speak as they come. Like, I could probably swear at you in German, but that's it. I know no Arabic whatsoever. And the only German I know is to shitpost in. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? It sounds worse when I say it out loud. Okay. So, Kogoro Satori is the director of the second reality room, and he's a counselor who claims he can solve the troubles no one else understands. Okay? By the way, is this teddy bear planning to live here for good? Yep, People who come here are usually pretty tense at first, so I wanted them to feel a little more at ease. Japanese? Only JoJo phrases. I only speak JoJo phrases in Japanese, like, you know, no, 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 and yes, 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 yes. The worst meme of JoJo phrasing. Oh, dear. Hi there, Walker. How you doing? What's the name of the game? This is the second Reality Room Unspoken Truths. This is a demo on Steam Next Fest. It does occur to me, actually, I should probably move my Next Fest logo, because it's like, it's... Hang on, let me just drag this down here. Yeah, that'll do. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like out the way that way. Ah, right, Mikoto-kun. So this is a girl determined to be our assistant. Okay. So she's a first-year student at the Ayachi High School. Okay. But tell me, which comes first for you, the visitors or yourself? The sound is low. Let me try and turn that up a bit. I can't turn the microphone very much further up. Why do I have a pride pin on my shirt? Because I am an ally. Oh, hang on, I missed a bit there. Haha, both. Not allowed? If that's meant to count as assistant work, then I can't allow it. Yeah, there's an ongoing campaign in the UK from certain councils to, like, quash pride out. So I think, like, showing allyship visibly and obviously is, you know, it's important at times like this. This is not as low? Excellent. Good. Good. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not taking active participation in pride. I'm just showing support because, you know, it's times like these people need to be shown that, you know, they have people who are out there looking out for them. No fair, not again. I haven't even started trying to persuade you yet. No, today, tomorrow doesn't matter. I swore I would never take on an assistant. Like I've told you before, the work we do here is incredibly delicate and difficult. And you're still... Because I'm a junior high kid, right? Ah, I slipped. I can't use that line anymore. That's right. I'm a high schooler now, starting this month. Oh. Look at this Ayachi High uniform. Isn't it super cute? Even if I can't do your work, oh, wrong voice. Even if I can't do your work, I can still help with your assistant, right? Right? No, even if you started high school, that still wouldn't change anything. Oh, it seems someone's here. I should go greet them. Oh, wait up. Hold on, Sensei. Okay. It's definitely Machina X Flayon from Hollow Stars. When I heard this was some counselling room for solving people's worries, I expected better company. So this too is a den of fools. Heh, for a mere mortal, perhaps you've done fairly well. Welcome to the second reality room. Sorry for the noise earlier, it's usually quieter here. Oh, so you are the master of this place? That's right, I'm Kogoro Satori. I'm in charge here. If you're comfortable, tell me your name and what brings you here. My name? I cast that aside long ago. After all, I am the heretic cast down from heaven itself. The mere thought of my former name turns my stomach. How did he become a presumptive personality? I don't know, I'll be honest. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Walker. Much appreciated. This year, I'm trying to reach 1,000 like by the end of the year. So every kind of subscription to the channel helps with that. And yeah, I mean, it's looking like we might actually get there kind of by the end of the year. You know, kind of clip we're going out just now. But yeah, I think this kid's fallen into Chunibi, and we need to cure him. We need to like cure him of being a weeb. Like, surely the easiest way to like cure someone of being a weeb is just show them like an actual human woman. I say that as someone who's been married for almost 20 years. Oh yeah. Huh, you think I'm mad, right? Of course, it's about my past life. Now I live as a Tsuru Amano. Okay, he's 13. Okay. He believes himself to be the reincarnation of a fallen angel. Not long ago, I recalled my life as a fallen angel. Ever since, I've been left to suffer among humans who share none of my values. Whoa, all that heresy and past life stuff. That really is the classic pattern. I've heard of devil reincarnations before, but meeting an angel is a first for me. Past life memories, yes. It's been a while since we've had an angel, but cases like yours aren't so rare. And that's why I believe I can help. Here, we take the worries people can't put into words and translate them. That's what this room is for. You have my word, I'll see you through this. Huh. You don't flinch, don't avert your gaze. Most who see me, the fallen, look away. Oh, pardon me if it seemed disrespectful. Wrong voice again. Sorry, I'm very under-caffeinated today, so I'm fucking up my voice acting really badly. Oh, pardon me if it seemed disrespectful. Here we treat all visitors equally. Human or deity, before me, all are equally visitors. And of course, even an angel is no exception. I should just pay attention to which character is highlighted, because it's that classic sort of visual novel pattern where whoever is speaking has a highlight on their character portrait. So, come on, Shinsu, pay attention. Okay. Mikoto-kun only falls silent at times like this. Gods aside, to place me on the same level as mere humans, you truly underestimate me. I thought you might speak on my level, but in the end, just another mortal after all. That voice, sincere despite the grandiose words, and those eyes open yet strangely unfocused. And the way he carried himself, the kind the world would mock as Chunibu, no doubt it has already taken root in him. You're right, for a foolish human like me, truly understanding you isn't easy. I'd like to understand you a little better. Why don't we continue this in the back room? A mere mortal counselling room offers little hope. Still, I have come all this way, and I suppose I can indulge a bit of human folly. A child clutching words no one else could understand, suffering all alone, just as I once did. Oh. Alright, time to read his second reality and find the worry he can't name yet. Take the seat by the back window. I've got some tea ready, so let's talk this through slowly. Tea? So you're treating me like a proper guest. At least you're not trying to interrogate me from on high. Is that so strange? I'm no doctor after all. I just want to meet each visitor as an equal. Age, status, even species, none of that matters here. Oh, interesting. Then let's see what you're made of. Okay. Sensei, today I want to join in the session with you too. Mikoto-kun, you promised you wouldn't enter the room during work, remember? Because, Sensei, even when I ask to be your assistant, all you do is say it's too delicate or too difficult. I can't just accept being turned down. At least let me see what kind of work this is. But still. I don't mind at all. One or two more humans are hardly worth worrying about. Thank you, Otsuru-kun. In that case, just this once, I'll let Mikoto-kun sit in. But on one condition, you are absolutely not to interfere with the session. Okay, I'll be quiet and behave. Okay, so we're starting the session. So goal is understand his values. Now then, before we begin today's session, let me explain what counselling actually involves here. Yes, Sensei, I'm all ears. These three are the basics of counselling. Talk, mind read, and translate. We repeat them to uncover and resolve worries. When I hear counselling, I picture talking things out and solving problems. So that's not all there is to it, huh? Right. Every visitor here carries their own values and view of the world. So even if we just listen, we often still can't tell what they're truly troubled by. That's why we have to read the true feelings hidden in their words and translate them into real word language. You read what the visitors say and figure out what it really means. So that's why it's called translate. That is what translation is, Makoto. Beautiful. Exactly. But no translation can begin without words to translate in the first place. So in counselling, the first step is to gather words while using talk. Alright then, let's use talk and ask Otsuru-kun more about his worries. Okay. So I guess these are, continues, huh? Okay. Alright, thank you for indulging this human nonsense, Otsuru-kun. First, tell me more about your worry. You said your values don't match those of the people around you. Could you explain? Very well. I doubt the likes of you could ever understand, but I'll indulge you and speak. It was 7 days ago, when this soul still bore the name Amano Atsura the human. My past life memories rushed back, sudden, unmistakable. That past, at least, was something to welcome, but it also meant my thoughts, even my very self, were turning back into those of a fallen angel. The classmates I see every day at school, from where I stand now, they're a base earth-crawling lower species. Can you grasp that torment? Humans and their soft, foolish values. Every word out of their mouths just fuels my disgust. Day after day. You really think you'd understand? No, you can't. Impossible. In the end, you're just one of those humans yourself. So that's the shape of it. Ever since the fallen angel's mind came back to him, humans seem foolish and their values no longer fit his. Okay. Huh? Sensei, what are you writing down? Oh, these are topics. They're the things I want to ask about in more detail as we talk. Okay. Next you talk using these topics, and then new things you want to ask about start coming up again. That way, little by little, you gather the information you need to solve the worry. I see. So next we use the topic past life memories, and keep talking from there. Okay. Could you tell me a little more about your past life? If I know that, even a human like me might grasp your pain. My past life memories, huh? Even though I've recalled them, they're just a collage of visions from across the ages. Telling it all is nearly impossible. Still, let's see. In that life as well, I was branded a heretic long before I ever fell from heaven. A heretic, huh? So even if your counterparts had been angels rather than humans, it's not as if you would have understood each other. Is that a weightlifting emoji? Nice! Empathy, sympathy, those are feelings I don't know. From what I like the beliefs I hold, I have no memory of ever truly sharing anything. Why can't I love humans? Why do I laugh at tragedy? The only thing that stays vivid is my kin's accusing voices. When I think about it, this fate of not being understood might be an eternal sin carved into my soul. One that followed me even through reincarnation. Even while he speaks of pain carried over from his past life, the corner of his mouth stays lifted. Okay. Sensei, you're writing again. Are all of those talk topics too? These are keywords. Unlike topics, they're words that seem useful for translation. Translate. Come to think of it, the translation you showed me earlier had some blanks in it, right? Sharp eye, Mikoto-kun. Yes, we use these keywords to fill in those blanks. Right. All the keywords we've gathered are stored here in the notes. Besides keywords, you can also reread topics from talk and info about each person here. Alright then, let's keep using talk to gather keywords for translate. So let's ask about his preferences and values. You said that ever since your past life, you've struggled to see eye to eye with the people around you. That your tastes and values just don't line up with theirs. Oh, you want to know? Very well. Among the things in the human world, tragic endings are one of my delights. I choose the crooked path over the straight, despair over hope. Endings steeped in absurdity and chaos. That is the curtain call I desire. Of course, whenever I say that, people start yelling I'm twisted or wicked. The noisy condemnation is always the same. No, I can understand that. If you mean you prefer bad endings, then at the very least I can relate to that quite a bit. Big boredom? Aw, I would hope I'm not boring. Kind of mean. They may lack the sense of catharsis of a happy ending, but that incompleteness leaves an aftertaste, etching a deeper impression to the viewer. Sometimes, by following a path closer to reality than some miraculous fiction, they even bring solace to people who suffer the same way. Salvation, huh? I prefer endings that don't grant even that, the worst possible finales. The smile he wore through the other topics is gone. For him, empathy may be more than a source of pain. Okay. Now, there's something here. I don't know if this is like the length of the session. It sounds like you didn't get along very well with the angels in your past life. Has life among humans even taken toll on your body and mind? A mere human worrying about an angel. I've never been subjected to anything of the sort, though I do spend my days sick of their vulgar chatter. I see. That's a relief. If there was nothing to worry about, then I'm glad. Then it's all, did you read the last weekly shonen step, or what are we doing for lunch after school? Nonsense from every side. Even if I sit at my desk, drown them out with music and shut my eyes, their noise still cuts right through me. Weekly shonen step, huh? That manga magazine is wildly popular with kids. The big cat anime right now came from it too. Yeah, that monster hunting anime. Those creatures can't even fly. As foes for a fallen angel like me, they're beneath notice. How to become VTuber? Get a brain injury and have a midlife crisis. That's what I did. I wish that was a joke. I wish that was a joke. My first stream was Subnautica and it was literally titled The Midlife Crisis Begins. And I do actually have a brain injury as well. That bit is certainly true. And the human protagonist is just another fool who pushes through everything with sheer emotion. Tell me, what part of that am I supposed to relate to? You even brushed up against death once, but everything snapped back to normal in just one chapter. What's so great about that? Okay. Sensei, we've run out of topics we haven't asked about. What do we do now? No problem. We've gathered enough keywords by now. Enough keywords? So now we can finally translate what the fallen angel is saying. Exactly. Let's use the keywords we've gathered and try translate. Okay. Alright, let's use the keywords we've gathered to build the translation. We put the keywords we've gotten from our talks into these blanks, right? Exactly. Let's start by selecting the blank at the very top. Okay. These are the keyword candidates. Now we choose the one that fits this blank. His stated problem, no one understands. Oh, right. Otsuru-kun said the pain of never being understood earlier. He did, so for this one, let's put in no one understands. Good. One blank's filled in. You just repeat the process from there. You combine keywords from talk to work out what the visitor really means. The new emoji? It's a guy squatting, isn't it? It's a guy doing squats in the gym. He's getting hench. That's the basis of translation. Now, let's keep going and place the right keywords into the remaining blanks. Okay. The real issue... Okay. What's the real issue? A limited emoji? Your emoji is limited? Oh. Is that right? I don't think that's right. Try this interpretation. Otsuru-kun, about that worry of yours, I tried translating it in my own way. In other words, is this what it comes down to? So that's what this is, a human trying to understand me. Huh, so that's what you were getting at. In the end, it's just some petty human guesswork. Well, for a lowly human, I'll give you this. You did think it through, not like I ever believed you could truly understand me. Otsuru-kun's reaction, did I miss the mark? I can't rush this. I need to piece his words together again. Okay, so we got that wrong. So the issues are not correct. So no one understands and being empathized are correct. The real issue... It's not that, okay? Not the core of his worry? Hold on. Let's check the notes. His values no longer align with those around him. Okay. Doesn't like noise? Okay. I see. Trying to work it out, guys. Trying to work it out. So, no one understands his past life. Let's try this. I think we got it wrong again. Yeah, we got it wrong. Okay. Past life... Okay, so I think this needs to be... not the core of his worry. So it took a bit to get there. You gotta go to sleep. No worries. Sleep well, and thank you for swinging by. A human Tronos. Aha! Listen to you, talking like you know everything. You don't honestly think that's enough to understand me? Sympathy, of course I hate it. I'm an angel. You really think I'd be glad to be pitied by some human like you? Looks like I was right after all. I'll admit it, not being understood isn't my real worry. To begin with, I've never once lamented being called a heretic or even being cast down from heaven. No one forced me into this. I chose of my own will to leave heaven. I wanted it, I choose to walk the heretic's path. If you claim you can solve worries, then don't go getting that wrong, human. Because he doesn't want a human sympathy. Is that really all there is to it? Okay. Okay. Sensei, you're writing down more topics and keywords, but didn't we already finish the translation? We did, but that was only the first translation. It reached the core, but not the full truth. Still, from how he reacted, we got new topics and keywords. That means... Whoa, there are way more words than in the last one. Is this the next translation? Exactly. This next translation should get us even closer to the heart of his worry. So every time we finish a translation, we get more information, make a more detailed one, and level it up. Right. And this time, finishing it should bring us to the highest level, to his true feelings. Okay. Oh, time really slipped it by on us. Hey, welcome aboard the Blue Fleet. I'm afraid I cannot read your name. I can't read Cyrillic, I'm afraid. But hi, welcome. How you doing? Let's wrap things up for today. Oh, so you're admitting defeat? Huh. You claim to solve the pain of not being understood, but in the end, even this human place couldn't handle a fallen angel like me. No, what ends here is only today's session. This room was never meant to fix everything in a single day. And I have no intention of giving up on you. Next time, I promise I'll truly solve your worries. You really think I'll buy that? Next time, we'll just waste more time on empathy talk and wild guesses, then say for sure next time again. My, that's harsh. But I don't resort to such cheap tricks. Give me just one more day, and I'll truly solve it. If I can't save you in our next session, you're free to laugh at me all you like, as a foolish human who can't even keep his promises. Or are you afraid that a mere human like me might actually understand you, so you'd rather never come back? For a human, you've got quite a mouth on you. Fine, I'll come one more time, but that really will be the last. One extra day won't change anything. Okay. Sensei, that was the first time I've watched you work from inside the room. So that's how you always talk to your visitors. Maybe, now that you've sat in on a session, are you feeling unwell at all, Mikoto-kun? No, not at all. But the topics and translation stuff seemed really hard. My head's kind of spinning a little. That's good then. Otsuru-kun's case is still recent and fairly easy to read. As promised, I should be able to resolve it next session. Really? He didn't look like he trusted you at all. That fallen angel guy just said, not being understood isn't my worry a moment ago, didn't he? So if that's true, then even if you want to help, he technically has no worries to solve, and this place can't really do anything, right? No, that's not the case. He definitely has a worry, he's simply not aware of it himself. Not being understood isn't a worry. I've never met a single person who could truly mean that. But Sensei, what will you talk about next time? If you keep asking things, won't time run out again? That won't be a problem. Today's session alone already let me learn quite a lot about him. Thanks to that, next time I should be able to reach his true feelings without relying on conversation at all. Okay. Without conversation? Interesting. Oh, excuse me. It is now 11 p.m. Here is the news. Tonight, growing concern from the front lines over the rise in apathy among young people. I got so absorbed in my work that it's already this late. Still, an angel, huh? It really has been a long time. Humanity is foolish, selfish, and beyond saving. That is why I, an angel, am going to guide them. Back then, I made up my mind that I would never make the same mistake again. I won't let that happen. The same mistake? In Twigwing? Well. Excuse me. Well, Otsuru-kun. Welcome back to the second reality room. I'm glad you decided to come again. Don't get the wrong idea, human. I only came so you wouldn't keep twisting things with your stupid misunderstandings. Even so, I'm grateful. No matter how much power I have to save someone, I can't reach anyone who stays out of my grasp. Power to save, huh? We'll see just how far a mere human can really go. So, Sensei, that thing you said before about looking into things without conversation, how'd you do that? Ah, that would be the mind read I was going to use today. It lets me look directly into the second reality built up inside him. You can look inside someone's mind? Sensei, you can really do that? Isn't that basic psychic powers? No, not quite. Mine is just an application of imagination. Something like an imitation of the evil eye, an unexpected byproduct of something I learned long ago. Okay. In yesterday's session, we had only just met, so I couldn't fully grasp Otsuru-kun's feelings. But now that translation has deepened my understanding of him, I should be able to see his second reality. Let's try using Mind Reader on Otsuru-kun. Cost 1 time unit, okay. Whoa. So this is Otsuru-kun's second reality. A world shaped from his own mind, and to him no less than reality itself. Islands floating in the sky, angels with spread wings. It looks every bit like a heavenly realm. This must be the past life memory he believes in. And though I can't see his face, the angel whose wings and halo have turned black, now falling from the heights of heaven, must be... Standing here won't get me anywhere. Time to take a closer look at this second reality. There must be plenty of clues in here that dialogue alone could never reveal. The goal of Mind Read is the same as talk, to gather topics and keywords for translation. The big difference is how you gather them. In Mind Read, you inspect the second reality itself. Okay. Within the scene of the second reality, there are often parts that reflect feelings even the visitor doesn't realize they have. Otsuru-kun's second reality looks like it has plenty of clues too. Let's check whatever stands out. Okay. Black feathers, unlike any angels, are drifting through the air. They seem to have fallen from Otsuru-kun's wings. Okay. Otsuru-kun, last time you said you left heaven by your own will. Did you also choose to take that fall as punishment? Yeah, that's right. If no one in heaven was ever going to understand me, then I might as well be the one to walk away. The other angels probably thought I was some foolish fallen sinner. They had no idea I wanted that punishment. To me, falling from heaven is a mark of pride. I shook off their scorn, refused to conform or compromise, and stuck to being a heretic to the very end. His tone makes it sound like he rejoiced in falling, but at the moment, was his face really filled with pride deep down? Okay. Black feathers are drifting through the air. They neatly hide his face from view, but is that only by chance or else... Okay. Black feathers, unbefitting an angel, drift through the air. Aside from being blackened by his fall, they seem like perfectly ordinary feathers. There's a wing here. I can see something like wings. Could there be another angel here? I'm curious whose wings those are, but for now I should focus on things within the scene I can actually see. Okay. Despite Otsuru-kun supposedly falling, there are still several islands floating below him. Perhaps the place where he once lived was already quite high up, even among the layers of heaven. Okay. Several small angels are watching Otsuru-kun as he falls. Are they the ones who condemned him as a heretic? And yet, there seems to be no trace of blame or malice on any of their faces. If the angel Otsuru-kun is falling from this island, then this must be the place he once belonged. Even compared with the other islands, this one seems to float at a particularly great height. When you were still an angel, Otsuru-kun, you said you were treated as a heretic. But weren't you also in quite a high position? Sharp of you for a mere human. Yes, before I was branded a heretic, I stood high in heaven. I handled any mission with ease, and at times, standing at heaven's very top, I led the lower angels. Handling missions effortlessly, guiding others from his place at the top. That career is practically the opposite of heretical. Okay. Is there anything else I can actually find? We've investigated those. We've investigated him. There's another few that we need to... There is something else that we haven't done. Wonder where it could be. I don't see anything else I can click in this scene. Yeah, because he highlights in full. So... Oh, I can't end the mind read yet. Yeah, we've got two more things in mind read to find. We can't actually end the... We can't end the mind read until we find them. Okay. I'm not sure where these other bits are I need to try and find. That's the only problem. Because I thought I'd found everything. Hold on. I can see something like wings. They're outside the frame scene, so there must be another angel there. No, it isn't just that. This entire scene is hiding all sorts of things in unnatural ways. There's Otsuru-kun's expression conveniently hidden, even though he says he chose to follow his own will. To begin with, was the place where he stood really the top at all? At the far left edge of the scene, these wings peek in from off screen. Are they at the same height as Otsuru-kun? Or perhaps they're somewhere even higher? Okay, there we go. The moment I realised there was something even higher, more of the scene came into view. Now I can examine what was hidden. So this second reality changed its framing once you realise there's something above. Okay. Is that... They've got the same colour hair. Is that like an elder sister, maybe? At first I thought it was just a feather, but on closer look it looks like something like red writing is on it. But the writing itself has been blackened out so thoroughly that I can't make it out. At first I thought it was just a black feather, but on closer inspection it has the texture of paper. And not just plain black paper either. It looks as though it's been crumpled up. Okay. Otsuru-kun first claimed that he had once stood at the top. But in truth there was a place even higher, and neither he nor where he stood were ever truly at the very top. He himself may once have believed that this place he occupied was the true summit. Okay. This new island came into view when I realised there was something higher up. It floats higher than the place where Otsuru-kun once stood. Heaven was never limited to that first view. Now I can't see any islands higher than this, even this may not be Heaven's true peak. There could be something above it still. Okay. With the black feathers that hid his face gone at last, I can finally see Angel Otsuru-kun's expression. But no matter how I look at it, his face is one of deep shock. I can't believe he ever chose to fall. Why did he fall from heaven, and what did falling truly mean to him? Perhaps it's time to ask his real-world self directly. Okay. I can see an angel above Otsuru-kun. She shares his hair colour and appears to be female. Compared with the angels flying below, she looks far more mature, perhaps because she is a higher-ranking angel. An angel more mature, standing higher still. Could it be that Otsuru-kun was only ever the best in the world of children? Alright, I'd say we've found just about every clue this scene can offer. Normally I'd return to mind read as the translation progresses, but after saying next time I'll solve it, I can't afford to waste time. Still, we've already gathered almost all the keywords we need. No need to use mind read any further. The remaining keywords, I'll gather them through talk using the topics we got from this mind read. Select end mind read and return from the second reality to the real world. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to bez a save in there as well. Save's come, say it's back. Okay. So these cost a unit of time each, huh? I see. I hadn't realized being understood by humans was that unpleasant for you. Looks like I had the wrong idea about humans, seen through an angel's eyes. It's simple. Angels live in heaven, humans live below. Even you can grasp the literal distance between sky and earth, right? To be treated as equals with those whose standing is that different and to have them act like they know me, that's nothing but an insult. Is that your personal value system? Or is it a universal view, something that all angels share, not just you? Who knows, at least the other angels kept saying humans were to be loved or whatever, but I've never once felt any resonance with that. Humans are all foolish, inferior creatures. What good is there in loving such things? What benefit could that bring to us angels? Apparently that's heretical among angels. I can't see eye to eye with angels or with humans. So he doesn't want to be understood, and yet he came to this room of his own accord. Maybe a clue in that. Okay. Let's have a look at our notes. Yeah, we need to talk a bit more. You said you chose to fall from heaven of your own will. So for an angel, what exactly does falling mean? By nature, falling means your wings turn black and you're cast out of heaven. The greatest, harshest punishment an angel can receive. No ordinary angel would ever wish for that. If they were ordinary, that is. But I was different. Surrounded by those who branded me a heretic and refused to understand me, I grew sick of it. To me, that punishment looked tempting, even joyous. That part is a lie. In his second reality, his face was clearly wounded. I even doubt those peers who branded him a heretic ever existed. As a result, my former name remains in heaven as the one and only angel who chose to follow his own will. Or so they say. Hang on. There we go. Though the irony is, I myself can no longer go and see it with my own eyes. Okay. You were a capable angel in your past life. Even if your values now clash with those around you, were you once respected at your human school? Huh. What a foolish question. Trials set by humans compared to the missions angels once bore are laughably easy. Tests, you called them. In those, a perfect score, whether in language or arithmetic, was only natural. I was always number one. Hey. And of course, my achievements weren't limited to study. At that event you humans call Sports Day, I always took first place. Back then I merely thought I was getting first place without effort, and it never led me to recall my past life. There is no sports day at his junior high, they call it a sports festival. And tested arithmetic, so these feats were... Okay. So I think now... Have we got all of the all of the keywords? Yeah, we do. Right, let's translate. Where he was, elementary school. For him, at the top meant... I don't know if that's right. Hang on. Let's check the notes for the keywords again. Okay. Okay. So basically, he went from being like the smartest kid in school to being kind of like not anymore, and he's taking it badly. Middle school stories, none. For him, Angel's mission meant being number one? Nope. So now he acts as a heretic, what he strives to become. Hold on. I clicked on something wrong then. So let's have a look at the ones we've got left, huh? I think these need to be swapped around. And this Angel's mission meant pride, I think. So he's at elementary school. His mission was to be the very best, like no one ever was. So he goes for, it's his pride. Someone higher comes along. He's not at the top anymore. I think this is right. Otsuru-kun, about those memories you believe are from a past life as a fallen angel, what they really mean might be this. Huh, so that's what you were getting at. In the end, it's just some petty human guesswork. Well, for a lowly human, I'll give you this. You did think it through. Oh, okay. Didn't get it right. Okay, yeah. Ah, I see. These two are not right. For him, being number one meant easy. We'll try that one. Ah, we got him. No, that can't be it. Not at the top, just playing the heretic. Are you trying to mock me again? I know all too well how hard this is to accept. That's exactly why you turned away from reality and clung to this second reality. Damn it, what the hell are you doing? With all this counselling and translation, what have you been putting in my head? But unless I bring it into the open, the trouble he still carries in reality, the thing at the root of all this, will stay hidden. Number one, the one and only, I am... Okay. Yeah, that's right. 2 years ago, I really was on top. At least I thought I was. Sports day? First place every time. Didn't matter the distance. No one could touch me. Tests too. 100 was just normal. At least back then, if I worked for it, I could get there. So I figured I'd always be number one. After all, my sister was always the golden child, so why shouldn't I have been too? But all of that was only true inside the tiny little world called elementary school. Then middle school hit, and I realized the peak I thought I'd climbed wasn't even a hill. All those perfect hundreds step outside that bubble, slightly above average. That's it, worthless. At first I thought, fine, just climb higher, work hard like always, and I'll get there someday. But I couldn't. Every time I looked up, someone was still above me. The top kept moving further away. I was watching my sister ace everything. Middle school, high school, effortless, and I just assumed I was the same. That was what a true summit looked like. Someone like her, and it forced me to face the truth. I was nothing of the sort. Damn. But when I bring that up, people always come back with the same stuff every time. Everyone has equal worth. You're one of a kind just for being you. Yeah, those lines. Liar. All any of you ever did was gush over my sister. If I'm just as one of a kind as she is, then why'd the praise stop? Oh, poor kid. So I thought, forget studying, try something else. But then too, someone's already got that one of a kind thing. Sports, loads of kids better than me. Even games I figured were just for fun. Pros, streamers, rankings, all of it. Top of the ladder, one of a kind? Either way, I just don't have it. That talent to be number one. So that's his real pain, the moment he could no longer believe he could be number one. Hey. Turn away from it and he'll retreat. Back into that second reality, maybe deeper than before. Hey, you're the one who solves worries, right? Then tell me, how is someone like me with nothing at all supposed to become number one? Without just doing the opposite and playing the heretic, how do I become truly one of a kind? How does a talentless nobody like me ever stand at the top? Then what else is left but clinging to my past life? Not that telling you any of this would change anything. Even though I know I'll never reach it, no matter how hard I try. Why do I still want to fly? I know I'll only fall. Otsuru-kun, you really are an angel to the core. What are you on about? No joke, I mean every word. To take flying and standing at the top as a given, that's something only angels do. But that's why I'm concerned. It feels like you've been consumed by the instincts of an angel. Instincts? Me? From here on, no translation is needed. But this is where the real work begins. Tell me, why do you fly? What summit are you aiming for? If you're rising without knowing why, then maybe that's not ambition, but instinct itself. After all, in a heavenly realm, one must always stay aloft just to survive. Even now as a fallen being reborn, you're still spreading your wings, trying to climb higher. Why and where to, huh? If you already know what heights you seek, why you wish to reach the top, then don't throw away those wings. But wings are heavy, and keeping them spread isn't easy. Especially if you don't know where to go. If after flying blindly, you find yourself somewhere unwanted, even the highest peak won't make you happy. So I never really saw it, huh? What I wanted or where I was heading. Well, you've already fallen, haven't you? So for now, you can set those wings aside. No one will blame you here, and you don't have to fear the fall. Just live among humans for a while, and if someday you find a sky worth flying in, then grow your wings again. Living as a heretic angel in this life, it's not such a bad choice, I'd say. So tell me, Otsuru-kun, do these humans below really seem so miserable to you? Live without flying, huh? I'd never even thought of that. Huh, yeah, for an angel that's heresy, alright, not just fallen, wingless too. But, I see, I don't have to keep flying forever. At least not until I find a place I truly want to reach, one worth bearing the burden of flight. Guess I'll try living as one of these mortals down here. Awkward maybe, but lighter for it. His eyes aren't all, like, squirrely anymore. There it is, he's looking straight at it now. No more need for the second reality. Yes, I'm certain now. His worries are resolved. More than that, he's found his way back. Thanks, Sensei. Thanks to you, I feel a lot lighter now. Haha, of course. Sensei's amazing after all. If you think so, then I'm glad. It makes this job worth doing. If living among humans feels difficult again, come by any time. I'll always help you blend in. Huh, I can handle that myself. It's not like I'm some yokai hidden in the mountains. Still, I'll probably come back here. At first, this was just a place I found while chasing the extraordinary. But now, I truly like this place, so if something happens again, let me come talk to you, Sensei. Of course, we'll be waiting for you any time. Mikoto-kun, don't go promising that when you're not even my assistant. I think so. That air of looking down on people is gone, so you should have no trouble blending in now. Anyway, I should get going. If I stay too long, my sister and mum will start yelling. See you, Sensei. Wait, we cured him. Mikoto-kun, were you alright? I'm fine. It was my first time watching you work through to the end, though. You really are amazing. Now I want to be your assistant even more. No. You can't say that after letting me watch you work. I never said I was teaching you. I told you already this was a one-time exception. You've seen it for yourself. This work reaches into people's hearts. It's delicate and dangerous. I think you understand, Mikoto-kun. Sometimes this work wears a person down. I don't want to put you in harm's way. I know, I do, but still. Even so, please let me stay by your side. Wow, that didn't sound like me, huh? But one day, I swear, you'll accept me as your assistant. Hey, Sensei, are you even listening? Neither Mikoto-kun nor anyone else knows yet just how dangerous it really is. But I know, when Sensei makes that face, he's trying to carry it all by himself again. Okay, that's the end of the prologue, huh? Oh, we get another chapter as well. Okay. Well, I think, guys, if you don't mind, 'cause it's taken us about an hour to get here, and I think the first chapter is likely to take a bit longer. So I'm probably going to play the rest of this demo off stream, and just leave you guys with like the prologue as a taste. So let me pull over to here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty tired out today, so I think that having a rest now and like hanging out with my wife for a bit would do me the world of good, I'll be honest. My voice is also starting to strain a little bit because like my voice acting chops are a little bit unpracticed lately. But yeah, just running through what's coming through the rest of the week real quick. Tomorrow we've got System Shock, of course. Friday we've got Coffee Talk. Saturday we've got Stardew, definitely at 4. Possibly earlier, depending on when my wife's due back from her Manchester trip. She's off to see a concert on Friday, and she's going to be in Manchester with her girly pop mate Saturday daytime. So I don't know when she's due back. So if she's not due back until like after I've already intended to go live, I'll just go live even earlier. Next week, I said I'm going to be rotating some new stuff in. Now I don't know exactly what yet. I'm still trying to work that bit out. What I would say though is that one of those games is likely to be Halo Combat Evolved. I've just had a hankering. I've just had a hankering to play it. The other game, I'm still trying to work out at the minute. That's one to maybe leave with me, and I'll have a think on it. But I suppose the other thing is, I haven't done a painting stream in a while. I was painting Warhammers earlier, actually. I've been working on a... it's one of the Death Guard kill team models. I think this one's called Cloticus. It's the standard bearer. So he's in progress, probably about halfway done. I need to do some trim. I need to do his weapon. I need to do the worms around the staff and just kind of like finish the staff off. But it's looking pretty good. I've also got the hang of using Tesseract Glow for like green glowing eyes. So that's going to be pretty sicky. Yeah, I'm going to have a think about like a model to paint up at some point. So, oh, excuse me. God, excuse me. Hay fever's kicking my ass at the minute. So, I'm going to go now. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow for System Shock. If I don't know, take lots of care. Have a good rest of your day. And, oh my God. Excuse me. Hay fever sucks. Hay fever really sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Take lots of care. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then enjoy whatever it is you're doing with your day, alright? Until then, have a good one.